Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Gorgeous George's, or Greatest George's. And we'll talk about that in a moment, but I am still Gorgeous George, and that's the bottom freaking line. But for all intents and purposes, we're going to say I am the greatest George, because there's one Mona Lisa, one Leaning Tower of Pisa, and one Jorge. That'd be me. In the house tonight, we have, I know what Kay Lazar is doing. You can see Kay Lazar's backside back there. He's getting ready for the bullfight, and he's showing his butt side to the camera here. And Kay Lazar, or I think he's chilling the wine. I don't know what he's doing. And then we also have Watt Smith. Yeah, he's been doing his comedian. He's been doing his stand-up rather than the sit-down. No, right now he's doing his sit-down, but he was doing his stand-up, and that is what it is. So anyway, and there we have Harry Belafonte, or whatever in the back there. I don't know if that's in the back. Tonight's show, by the way, is being brought to you by, because we always have a special sponsor for every show, Mando. Now, you know what Mando does? It's not Manolo, but it's Mando. It makes you smell so great. The air makes you smell so great, makes you feel fluorescent. It makes the women want to go crazy. They want to grab your 6-shooter, if not your 12-shooter. They want to grab it because Mando makes you smell so fresh, and it makes the women tantalizing, and they get all so excited by this. This is the bourbon leather. Now, you can't drink it. You can try to drink it, but what you do is you put it under your arms like that, and you spread it on your underarms, and it makes you smell so fresh. Ladies go crazy. And we cannot forget, also the show is being brought to you by Laffy Taffy. Now, I'm going to demonstrate something. I know you're all going to get excited about this. What Laffy Taffy, and you know, the kids used to do this, but it's just not any kind of taffy. As we can open the damn thing up, and you see now this is going to take a little process here because the damn thing is stuck. But that's okay, because I'm going to open it. And as you can tell, ladies and gentlemen, the taffy is pink. Look at that. Now, isn't it by some happenstance that the taffy is pink? But look at that. Look how pink it is.
It's even pinker than the wrapper.
Yeah, it's pink. Now, this is what we do to Laffy Taffy. Now I'm going to demonstrate. It's nice and pink.
Wait a minute. You're missing the whole comedy bit. You should mold that into a cylinder.
Oh, you're doing that so good.
Don't save any of that for me.
Yeah.
Trying to make it good, baby.
Did you win that in the Ku Klux?
Hold on. Ooh. Keep it up, George. Keep it up. I'm doing what I can, baby. Pink as a center core, baby.
God, it looks like you have Peyronie's disease or something. Same thing Michael Jackson had.
Okay.
I wouldn't share mine.
Well, you know, it's good
So
to
that's not the only thing. That taffy pull's not the only thing you've been pulling lately.
Well, you know what? I don't know what you're talking about. You obviously gives lessons on pulling things, don't you? If you can pull it. I don't know if you can pull it. Now, hey, what is causing all this? The book, and we're going to take it into another dementia, or not dementia.
I think you're right the first time.
Lost the word. We're going to take it into another level. What is causing all this is the book. And we're going to put it in some different places. And we're going to put it, and I'm going to get it placed in some local places. The book has been re-edited, thanks to this man right here, Watt Smith. Watt Smith actually took the book last summer.
We sat
down and we edited the book. I had somebody else look at it, and so it is just a work in progress. The book is already set. We didn't change a damn thing. All we changed was the typos and grammar or the whatever. All that was changed, reset, and anybody who thinks different, you know, can go blow themselves, basically, because it is a done deal. Now, what are we doing right now? I got some people trying to break the hemisphere. Some people are trying to break through, but I am still, after 30 years, the most beautiful thing that you've seen, ladies. After 30 freaking years, I'm still the most beautiful thing that you've seen on a hot summer day. It's like an ice cream cone, or maybe the Taffy Laffy. Because when you know I'm doing this, ladies, you know automatically I'm the man. Especially when I'm doing this to you. You're going to know, and of course you're going to say that I'm the most beautiful thing because you're enjoying the process.
You could be.
Woo!
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm saying you could be the next Mrs. Pibb.
My Pip.
Mrs. Pepper, whatever.
Okay, well, I don't know the peppers.
The peppers there.
I don't know the peppers.
Yeah.
I don't know the salts neither.
And the Pibbs, you know, they're low class.
Yeah, the low class? Okay, you guys shake them, that's all. And,
Yeah.
yeah,
They're popcorn in a can.
that's right. So anyway, we have that. So we are still doing what we do. We're doing it. When I come on here, I can come on in my birthday suit. When I come on your screen, I can come on in my pimp outfit. When I come on here, I can be wearing my doctor's outfit because we know that I am a part-time gynecologist. Now, don't forget that. Let's keep it straight. I am a part-time gynecologist.
Snatch Adams.
Part-time yeah, well, no. Well, you're Snatch. I'm Vigorious Vigorate.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Well, yeah, when you Snatch, yeah. I'm the German gyno and wino. Vigorious Vigorate because I make sure it's Vigorate. And I also like, it's a good way of getting dates too. You know what?
Yeah.
It's a good way of being a doctor, taking care of these women. You can get dates and then they don't remember until they come back. I wonder why.
When they make the cooter chuckle, who's gonna claim that?
Yeah. Well, you make it chuckle, you make the beaver eager. When the beaver's eager, it's all good. Kevin, what are you doing? Okay. Well, it's all right. So I'm not worried about the lights. You're going to spill that too, man. Be easy with that. And everybody wants to text me when we're doing this damn show right now. I don't know what's going on here. Everybody wants to text me. And there we got a text coming in here. Okay. Well, we're going to ignore that because we're going to continue with the production. Now, I'm just going to say this in such a way, and I'm just going to say it. The moniker has been abused, and it's going to be taken care of. The moniker has been abused to great detail, but I'm going to fight it, and it's going to be taken care of as far as all intents and purposes. Might not be able to change it on YouTube, but in other arenas, in other internet places, such as a website coming up, it's going to still say Gorgeous George. It's going to still stay Gorgeous George Show. Okay? And anybody thinks different, there's the middle finger. I want to say it one more time to you. If anybody thinks different, there's the middle finger. Woo!
But you're Gorgeous George.
Yeah.
You're Gorgeous George.
So
George.
that's
so how
right.
could you be
That's
anywhere
right.
else?
That's right. So anyway, we're not going to. We have to say things in code because we don't want to. We don't give the opposition the spotlight. We don't give the enemy the spotlight whatsoever. That's not what we're about. This year has been a hard year. We've lost a lot of people, and it's nothing that I would want to believe. The original co-host before Kevin was on aboard, Magic Matt, had passed away. We got word of it about a month and a half later. And I am going to do a memorial because the man deserves one. I'm going to do a memorial for Magic Matt because he deserves one. And it's going to be done right. And it's sad because, we didn't know until about a month and a half later. We joke around and we get vocal and whatnot, and we don't know. No, I mean, Watt and I have, Watt and I go to church. I mean, can you believe it? I mean, Watt has gotten me to go to church. And I believe that it's a good thing, because my feeling about a church is, they're a bunch of hypocrites and they're all going to talk about you, a bunch of hypocrites. But actually, it's the few times that I'm not going to name the church, but the few times that we've gone to this church, it's almost like the minister gives you a message and he hones down onto how you're feeling at that particular time. And it's almost like a message that's being given by a higher superior being. So I don't know. Do you feel that way when you go?
Yeah.
I am not going to change who I am. I'm not going to change who I am, but I do believe, and I'm going to recant, or I'm going to change my opinion. I've always said, well, church, you got a bunch of hypocrites that go to church. No, if you go to the right church, you're able to feel a presence around, a positive presence. And I think that is a good thing. And it's good. It's good to be able to know, because we're on this merry-go-round. Some say maybe a few times, maybe one time. We don't know. I mean, so many people in the past, so many people that we've known in the past are no longer here. When I first started this show back in '94, a good handful of people that were a part of this show are no longer here. Pretty damn scary. You don't know when your time is up. You don't know when your time card is going to be punched. So it's what you do with the time that you have to make it the best possible scenario that you can be. Live it to the fullest and do you and be who the best person you can be is all you can do. And I'm being real now. I'm being serious, because
Well, I would say as you age, the level that you mess up on, it gets so little,
Right.
You can mess up in the tiniest way and you feel so bad about it.
Right. And it's, it's what it is. I mean, so many, when you have lived a life and you have experienced things, you kind of realize, no, wait a second now, how long, and you want to continue the ride. You want to, but the cold hard truth is we don't know. I mean, you want to be here forever, and you think you're going to be here forever, but you don't know. And that's the kind of a scary thought to think about.
I'm never going to die.
I think that's a good way to look at it.
Well, that's a good way of looking
You know
at
what
it,
I'm gonna
but yeah,
do?
maybe reality.
No, I'll tell you how I'm going to do it. I'm going to, I believe in freezing your body.
Cryological freezing, like Ted Williams.
Like Ted Williams.
Like Ted Williams
And then
freezing.
what I'm going to do is, every time I have an incurable disease, I'm going to have myself frozen. And then maybe 100 years will go by, and then they'll defrost me. And then I'm probably good for another 25, 50 years after that. And then they'll find something else wrong with me, and then they'll freeze me again. And I'll just keep going. I can do this for probably thousands of years.
You can, but you have to find someone you trust, because if you go over 100 years, that's going to change 2 generations of hands, your
That's
body.
fine.
No, you can't trust this guy's kids. You can trust him, but not his kids. You got to be coming back every 30 years, making a new friend.
But I will. But if I'm in a plane crash, all bets are off.
Well, Kevin,
They can't catch me in time.
I don't know. It's just so many people that we've known. So many people that we've known. It brings it back down to reality.
Poor
Down to reality. OJ?
Poor OJ.
That guy, his time was coming anyway. And OJ, his time was coming, and we know where OJ is right now. And I have no doubt about it. Burning in the pits of hell.
I once met OJ.
You did you?
Yeah, I met him in 1991. I was in Las Vegas, and there was a prize fight. Buster Douglas and Evander Holyfield, and all the big stars were there. I met a lot of people. I met Nicolas Cage, and I met Clint Eastwood, and the joke I always tell is that I met OJ, he hadn't murdered anyone yet, and then I met Mel Gibson, and he hadn't gotten in his anti-Semitic trouble yet, and both of them were very nice to me, and the only one I had trouble with was Chevy Chase, who I understand everyone has trouble with, but OJ was nice to me.
Well, I don't know. I mean, the Hertz travel guy, the Hertz travel, rental car, he has to run and get into Hertz and all that, but no, he there's no doubt in my mind that he committed the crime back in '94, and the bastard is burning in the chunks of hell.
I tell you something. If he leapt into a car and it's a Volkswagen with a stick shift, boy, does that hurts.
Yeah. There you go. Leave it there. So people are asking, and George, now what are you doing? You're not putting up shows. You're not doing anything. There's a lot of things that are going on that I'm working on. I don't have the time to even take a crap. I don't have time to even sit in solitude and just even think. I am a busy man. I move around and there's just constantly moving, and I have no time to do hardly anything. I make, with the little time that I do, hell, I have any hardly time to sleep. I mean, sleep deprived. And, believe me, sleep is not overrated. Definitely, it just...
Man's best friend is a bed.
Working crazy hours, doing crazy hours and whatnot, and not having time to even take a crap, and not having time to even...
You don't have time to do that. Usually the crap decides when you go.
You're loud. Yeah,
you don't decide.
Decibels down. You're getting loud in my ear.
I have a loud voice.
I know you do.
I do.
You do.
I talk like a mouse. Squeak,
yeah.
squeak.
Yeah. Well, maybe if you start talking and squeaking, we'll get the cat to go grab you. All right. So what was I saying now? So you have a tendency to ruin the constipation and concentration.
That's what I do.
Kind of ruin the constipation and the concentration.
I am what I am.
I don't know. I don't know what you are. And some
face of concentration, dissipation.
But which also leads to masturbation.
Actually, the trolls that you always rail about.
It's true.
I have a picture. There are pictures in a lot of my friends' bathrooms of those trolls because they're a great cure for constipation.
Yeah. I'm going to say this unequivocally, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
They need to die. And I'm live and let live. These malcontents, these bottom feeders, the best thing they could do is get into get all together, huddled up, and catch and just die, just catch on fire. Okay, and I really getting off course. I don't want to even talk about this shit. I'm getting over a cold. I'm getting over a bad cough, so I'm trying to get through all the stuff. And you're showing your backside again. What are you doing?
Keep talking.
You're showing your backside.
Who cares what I do?
Well, I don't know what you're doing, man.
What I'm doing.
Are you dancing? Okay. What are you doing? All right. So
what you said, be yourself.
This is your show, not mine.
Yeah. Well, of course it's my show.
But the older I get, I find I'm tempted to live more recklessly because I don't have much time left.
But who's to say that? You don't know.
You don't know. You don't know when you come and go, but
you don't know.
When it comes to being yourself, I think that's the best advice you can ever get.
Well, you have to be, and you have to do.
You got to start on that foundation.
Let me tell you something. When I wake up, okay, I got a job. At least for right now, I got a job. That's a win. I have my wits about me. That's a win. I can still work out. I can still have upper body strength. That's a win. I still have this show when I want to do it. When I want to do this show, that's a win.
4 wins.
I go out and do karaoke. I enjoy doing karaoke. Great singer. I am a great singer. That's a win. I have, places and people that know me, respect me. That's a win. And I have my faith, and I have my I have spirits that are guiding me and doing my thing. That's a win. And the biggest win is to be able to get up every morning out of sleep. The biggest win to be able to get up out of bed, out of sleep. That's the biggest win you can do. That's a daily win.
Because how many days do we spend getting to that sleep?
No, I'm just saying, though.
No problem sleeping.
I'm glad I'm on this shit.
I have a clear conscience. I have no problem sleeping. As soon as I close my eyes, my pillow the head hits the pillow. I'm asleep.
Right.
I have a decently clear conscience, but as far as sleep, I feel like I'm begging for it at like 3 p.m. Maybe I need to move to Spain.
Have a siesta.
Yeah.
Have a siesta every from 12 to 2. I used to do that.
See, the thing is, REM sleep is the most important thing you could do. Have REM sleep, because REM sleep, it's not like, of course now, and I probably have sleep apnea, and I need to go and get that looked at, because I was told by
your girlfriends.
Well, I was told by other people in the past that
I wouldn't know if I snore unless a girlfriend told me.
All right, let me finish this. I have been told by other people that I do snore. Unbeknownst to me, I don't,
Nobody
when you
thinks
sleep, you don't, So I probably do have sleep apnea, and that's, and that ruins REM sleep when you're trying to sleep and have, siesta or being able to sleep. Then it ruins that. So,
what does REM stand for?
I don't know. You got a REM shot, right?
No, it stands for rapid eye movements.
Okay. What I'm saying is
that's dream sleep.
Well, it's REM shot. You got it in your mouth. Okay. Pop in your mouth. Yes.
REM is a band.
Yeah.
That named themselves after.
Right. Yeah. So that's
from
what
Atlanta.
that's
from
what,
Athens.
That's right. Okay. And you obviously remember that, don't you?
Yeah, I've seen.
So you did? Okay.
Michael Stipe. Yeah.
Okay.
So, I've seen him.
Okay. So anyway, that's pretty much a key right there. It's a key to be able to have that. See, this is cough, and I knew this was going to happen. It's a bad cough.
It's like La Traviata. There's so much coughing.
It's cough. All right, Kevin, down, boy. Down.
You're like.
So, it's been a bad cough for the past 3 weeks. I don't know. I mean, we got to take care of it. But so it's cough and cough. But anyway, so it is what it is. We are doing this show tonight, Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day. We salute the troops that have fought in the wars in the past. We salute all the people that have waved or showed the American flag and have fought in these wars, maybe no longer here, lost their lives. We salute that. So that's why Memorial Day is celebrated in the USA. So we salute those.
We also have Veterans Day in November, I think.
Yeah. So that's what we do. So we got a lot going on. We are coming into the summer months, and Jismas is coming up very soon.
Oh man,
Jismas is a holiday within itself, and that's coming up very, very soon. And what we usually do, we do a karaoke extravaganza. Now I don't know where we might be doing it, but a karaoke extravaganza. And this year, I don't care. I'm playing around and don't mention where I was talking about, but I'm going to take a damn vacation.
Nice.
I'm taking a damn vacation soon.
Go to Disney World.
No. I'm gonna probably go in the fall. I'm gonna probably take a damn vacation because I need one. And some lucky lady out there could probably experiment or experience the touch and the quiver and the shiver, but being with Gigi. It's very possible.
On your vacation.
Yeah, some woman will probably be able to come and make me come too. But to understand with a quiver and a shiver and maybe be there with Gigi.
But you know what you should do? You should go on a vacation and find a girl when you're there.
No. Because then, that doesn't do anything.
You should
because
go to like the Philippines.
When you hit, well, that's a different...
The degenerate package.
Well, that's a different story. Because then we do... we'll mention that.
Degenerate package tour.
We'll talk about that in a moment. But when you go to a foreign country or foreign land, you got to go back. Chances are that person's not going to be going back with you.
That's my favorite vacation.
But the Philippines, it's funny that you mentioned that because the American dollar in the Philippines is worth a lot of money, a lot of pesos.
I wish it was worth
And
a lot in America.
And the Philippines, the dollar, $55,000 for $1, or 55,000 pesos. Just imagine that.
Yeah.
That's
And
a lot
think
of money.
about the name it gives Americans coming in. Hey, we're higher on the social hierarchy with our currency, and we can like abandon you.
That's right. And I'm a king. I'm a king now, you know.
I'm a pauper too.
Yeah. I'm a king. Service me. Service me.
Right. I'm a king today.
Yeah.
And they're like, dude, we see kings.
I've been to Scandinavia, like Finland and Sweden and Norway and Denmark, and your American dollar doesn't go very far at all there. I was in Australia, and it doesn't go very far.
Yeah.
So it's just where you go.
Right.
In the Philippines,
it's a good
I
place.
assume is doing fine. It used to be Las Vegas. Your dollar went far, but now it's expensive to go to Las Vegas.
Well, it is.
Well,
Vegas
I had
is a different story right now based on
It
Vegas.
used to be they used to have cheap meals, cheap hotel, even cheap shows, even prostitutes, all that stuff, and it's all cheap because they expect you to spend all your money gambling. But now when people go there, they're trying to make it an adult Disney World, and it's not working because I don't want to go there. I don't want to see Cirque du
the
Soleil.
the nicer it gets, the more it pushes people with the currency away.
Once all the great comedians died, like Don Rickles and stuff, or Frank Sinatra, or Dean Martin, I don't want to go there anymore.
Vegas.
Well, you mean Vegas, or are we talking about
Vegas.
Okay.
Or any of these.
Well, Vegas is always a utopia. I mean, when you got money, Vegas is a utopia. I mean, I won $12,000. So I mean, shit, won $12,000 on an 8-team baseball parlay back in the day. But that back then it was easy because the pitchers are really good, and you based upon the pitchers an 8-team baseball parlay, and we stood and waited for the very last one. It was Rainey Johnson with the Arizona Diamondbacks beating the New York Mets, and that won the $12,000. I say, let me tell you something. Put it in the damn suitcase. I don't care as long as it's 12G. Put it in the suitcase.
And whatever happened to that 12,000? I hope you gave it to the poor,
Kevin. And now, in one moment, we're going to put a suppository up of Kevin's mouth, but we don't know what mouth is which.
I make so much money.
Suppository. Okay.
I have so much arrogance that every year I give half of it to the Salvation Army.
Do you? Okay.
Half of your errant gets.
Yes. Now, listen, are you going to Uranus pretty soon, Kevin?
I found out.
No, I've heard you're going to Uranus.
Uranus,
one place you haven't
the
gone
planet?
to that you plan on going to.
I just found out recently on some show that Uranus or Uranus is actually a name. Can you imagine having that name? Uranus Jones. Uranus Carmichael.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
From an
And
angry
uranium is named after Uranus.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
I think
I think Uranus came before the anus.
Did it?
Well, it's a Greek.
Well, it's an
name.
experience, isn't it?
It's a Greek. Anything with a U.S. on the end. Is
Yeah.
probably
Well, it's an
Greek.
experience from what I understand, and I don't know what kind of experience it is because I have no intentions of going
Right.
there.
I like to think of it as a black hole. But
Now,
like revert on
you
the
want
other
to talk
side
about
of you,
black holes?
like inside of your black hole, everything goes out, nothing goes in.
It's funny for you to mention about black holes because this crazy mem. You saw the mem. There's a couple, and she said, "Oh, we have bass." And the girl says, "No, we're gonna. What we're gonna have for dinner? Come into the bedroom and I'll show you. Oh, it's not gonna be bass. No, that would be bass." And then a little later, you see this chocolate all over this man's face. You say, "Well, it wasn't bass, but I can't tell you what it was, but it wasn't bass."
That's accurate.
Yeah.
It was ass. For you slow people that are ass. Eating ass. Now, I don't care as much as I'm in love with a woman, I could be in love with a woman's every part of her body, but there's no way that I'm going to eat a woman's ass. Now, I might contemplate using that orifice for Mr. Big, but even still, I mean, the thought of that is crazy.
I heard women actually are sick of that too. Like,
Wait, doing it or getting it?
getting it or
Oh, really?
hooking up with somebody and then finding them to go for that.
Yeah. I mean,
I see it in porno movies, and I don't know how that gets.
The act of doing that act,
Porno.
the act of doing that with a beautiful woman, you might feel the exhilaration at the moment, but you realize, wait a second, this ass is made for shitting. It's not made for putting Mr. Big in there, and and then of course me eating. Now,
Did you ever hear the
I will eat the front side all day, all night. But eating the ass, no,
It's such an educational show.
I'm not going to eat ass. I mean, now would you eat ass, Kevin?
No.
Okay.
No, but I've heard. No, actually, there's something I've heard that friends of mine have told me about this. There's a move I've never done, and you might have had it done. It's called the handkerchief, where they shove a handkerchief up your ass.
Okay.
And then about the time you come, she yanks it out.
All right.
Then I heard another story. The Benoit balls are the same thing. Are basically the handkerchief. You can't get them. But the Benoit beads or the Benoit balls. But there's also
Is
something.
That named after Bin Laden?
No, Benoit. I guess I don't know.
What,
It
Bin
sounds
Laden?
kind of Japanese or something.
Okay.
But I saw
Well, double the
the worst thing I heard. The worst thing I heard, and this is something nobody should try. And this is what killed David Carradine, is that you masturbate with a belt around your neck, and then just about the time you come, you lose consciousness, and But a lot of these guys don't do it in time, and they wind up strangling themselves.
Yeah.
There was a rumor that Robin Williams, when he died, did that, but I don't think. But it certainly happened to David Carradine, and. Then I watched a TV show.
Kill Bill with Uma Thurman, right? That's the same.
Well, no, I'm talking about real life.
No, I'm talking about that's the actor that was
he was in Kill Bill. He was in Kung
Yes.
Fu. Everyone knows David Carradine.
Well,
His father was a famous
we're confirming
actor too,
We're
John
confirming
Carradine.
it. Yeah.
But the
on,
trouble is,
how
he
do we
made
get
so
to
many
Spixie
movies.
Winks?
In fact, he made so many movies, David Carradine, and now when you see him, that when you watch it on TV, you say, you know how he died, don't you? Now the worst thing. I was watching this TV show called Boulevard Empire, and this takes place in the 1920s with gangsters. Bobby Cannavale is actually doing this, and I said, I thought this was a new thing. I didn't know they did it the same thing I just told you about in the 1920s. It's called autoerotic asphyxiation, and somebody told me, I think the ancient Greeks were doing it. I think it's been around a long time, and only a damn fool would do it. And certainly a damn fool would die of it.
Yeah, well,
it's the same as Shakespeare.
Yeah.
You change the cadence. Shakespeare's nothing but three black guys shooting the shit.
Shakespeare?
Yeah.
What do you mean, Othello?
What is it that makes the cum so sweet?
Othello, yes. Oh, yeah, Othello. That's right. Well, now, what about Caesar when he was ready to jump in the cesspool?
His own salad.
Caligula.
Oh, you saw that movie?
Yeah. Oh, Caesar don't. He's ready to jump in the cesspool.
Malcolm McDowell.
Caesar, yeah.
And that's how we get the Caesar salad. That's how we get the Caesar salad with the Caesar dressing.
It's like a polyamorous girl. It's like, how you got two lovers?
OJ's
I'm serious. Tinder
predicament with his wife is
You're
exactly
doing
like
great.
Othello.
I mean, polyamorous women have game.
Yeah.
What's poly? I mean, what is that? How you?
Well,
I kind of know.
Most polyamorous women look polymorphous.
Or Pollyannish.
You never see it hot polyamorous.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I always say I would turn
Actually,
down this type
I
of
do
woman.
know a hot polyamorous.
I always say I would turn down this woman. I'd turn down that woman because of this, because of that. But truth is, I wouldn't turn down any woman.
Right.
well, Kevin,
woman who wants me.
We already know.
It's a much better way to
bring it down a little bit because we're in a public place. Yeah, bring it down. So, what I'm going to say to you is, if it moves, you'll fuck it, right? Pretty much. Is that right, Kevin?
If it moves towards me.
The trouble is, I don't get to. Listen, I'm no different from Ryan Gosling. I take off. I put on my pants one leg at a time. Only he gets to take them off more often.
But if it moves, you'll fuck it. Pretty much. I know. That's the obvious. You know. It's like an animal. Oh my God, the animal in the back. I gotta ram it in the butt.
Well, that's the animal kingdom.
Yeah.
If you actually go to a zoo, or we even have pet cats and dogs.
You saw the memes on the monkeys right getting after each other. I showed you the memes of the monkeys. They were like banging each other. You know.
Yeah, I never thought there's ugly monkeys.
Yeah. Ooh. And then the monkey's like laughing, you know, because he's trying to pull the woman's dress off. He's trying to pull the dress off. The other monkey's like pointing and laughing.
But to a monkey,
and I'm like a monkey right now.
Yeah.
To a monkey, that might be beautiful. Another monkey.
It's porn.
Yeah. But anyway, well, yes,
monkey
you know.
porn.
Monkey porn. They swing from the tree. That's right.
Right.
And they swing from the rope.
Mm-hmm.
For every monkey jerking off, there's a monkey's fucking.
Yeah. Now, I've said this before in like Facebook, because you know I'll joke around.
You're the king of Facebook.
Well, you know, I have my little moments in Facebook. You know, so we've about riding a horse. What about riding a cow? Now I don't know, because we're not talking about cow tipping, but have you all ever ridden a cow before?
No.
Okay.
No. Okay. A cow is a female bull.
Well,
and people ride bulls like in the rodeos and stuff.
Right.
You know, but a cow could get mean, and you could cross a cow and they could actually charge you. But it's nothing like a bull. A bull is probably the scariest thing a regular person. You're not going to meet a bear or a lion in the wild.
Well, I'm saying a bull is a male, a cow.
See a bull.
So would you get a better reception to ride the cow after you milk her, or you think before you milk her? After you milk her, because then she'll be more receptive to what you're trying to do.
Let me tell you about animal husbandry.
Okay.
Cows their job is to give milk. All right. Chickens' jobs are to lay eggs. Okay. Now, when they stop producing milk and eggs, guess what happens? They become Kentucky Fried Chicken and hamburger, McDonald's hamburgers.
They become pets.
It would be nice if our system worked that way, where Kentucky Fried Chicken was buying those, but I think they're sort of, most of the cheap product is just comes out meat.
Well, I mean, as Frank Perdue once said, parts is parts. Buy my prime parts.
But you know what?
Frank
I think
Perdue.
Cows, it's different than chickens. Yeah, because you're right. Produce a chicken, man.
Yeah.
And cow is there's no Frank Perdue for beef. Beef is still beef.
No.
Robert Mitchum used to do ads for it.
The lady at Wendy's said, "Where's the beef?" So what the hell, So where's the beef? The beef was right in between her legs.
Wasn't she like 90 years old, 40 years ago?
Her name was.
I think they should have replaced her by now.
Her name was Claire.
Clara Peller.
Claire Peller, and the beef was in between her legs.
Yeah.
And she's like 90 plus. Did you give her the beef?
She was.
Did you give her the beef when she was asking for it? Okay.
That was in college.
Oh, okay. Well,
when that was popular. Actually, I was living in Europe at the time.
Okay.
But let me tell you about. I found out something really. If you look into how food is created, processed food, and something like 70% of the average diet is processed food, which is scary. And that's why you should eat a lot of plants, a lot of natural stuff. Now, the scariest thing I was reading about was Arby's meat.
Really?
Now, wait a second here. Wait. I love Arby's.
Of course you do. Of course everybody does. It's like the best place. But Arby's, you know what meat, like beef, the steaks.
Do they beat the meat?
What they do is almost everything that's left over, they press into a loaf and cut it thin, and that's what Arby's. So it's basically the worst cuts of beef pressed, and then they do ads for it. It tastes good.
But if they beat their meat, then they're doing good.
You can beat our prices, but you can't beat our
meat. That's right, exactly.
Well, I was thinking, how they're getting the chicken wings so big?
Oh yeah.
What if they start flying again?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I once saw a movie called Food Inc. or something, And what was wild about it was they showed how all the chickens are like full of steroids, and they actually showed these chickens that could barely walk because their breasts were so, like Dolly Parton type breasts, and because people. That's why when you go to Kentucky Fried Chicken, all these places, the breasts are so big, and because people want them, because of all the steroids they give the chickens.
You know what Harlan Sanders?
And you eat those damn.
That
damn
hold
meat.
on a second. Hold on. I'm channeling now. Harlan Sanders. Well, gonna come to Kentucky Fried and get some chicken that's cooked really good for you. Come here.
Yeah.
It's a Kentucky Fried Chicken.
We just bred a chicken.
And we also have chicken wieners too. Come and smell the chicken wieners.
Yeah, that's right here.
I love hot dogs.
That flap's about 20 times bigger than it was last year.
Yeah.
I love hot
good
dogs.
Flap. The flap's the best flap.
I love hot dogs.
But
skin.
they say, what, hot dogs are made out of,
Everything.
tongue. Made out of a tongue. And hot dogs are made out of, anal parts, parts of the anal parts, so parts is parts.
But
Parts is
sausages,
parts.
sausages are always done that.
That was a
slaughterhouse, they
dirty
don't
job,
throw-
man.
An
Hot dog
abattoir, in an abattoir, they don't throw out anything.
Yeah.
They use every part of the pig but the squeal. But let me
Yeah.
tell you, chicken hot dogs. I like hot dogs. Chicken hot dogs and beef hot dogs. To me, chicken hot dogs taste fine to me.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't taste any better or worse.
I don't. There's certain things that I will not eat. The one thing that I will not fucking eat is cottage cheese. I cannot. Cottage cheese is the most disgusting shit. I would not even dare eat the cottage cheese. And I don't know anything. I can't really eat mayonnaise. Mayonnaise.
I don't like it either.
Mayonnaise makes me want to throw up.
I hate mayonnaise.
Give me mustard. Give me hash browns and put some mustard on top of them. There you go.
My favorite topping
Mustard.
condiment is
I eat
nothing.
that on a hot dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really
Relish and sauerkraut.
You like that?
Relish and sauerkraut. Yeah. On a hot
that's
dog. On a
the
hot
vinegar
dog.
and the-
On a hot
that's
dog.
good
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Exactly.
I don't
Sour,
like
sour, basic.
condiments at all, but I always feel that condiments hide the flavor of meat, and I like meat, cheese, and bread
Right.
on a sandwich. I don't really want
So
anything else.
going back to this year now, I met my idol, Ric Flair, and that was, come on, man. I met my idol this year, Ric Flair. That was the most exciting thing ever. We were in line, and we had Arn Anderson. Arn Anderson. Arn Anderson was an ass. Arn Anderson was an ass. I was shocked. He was very, But then we met Rick, and I wanted to talk to Rick. Of course, we did the interview with Ricky Morton. My interview with Ricky Morton, and I wanted to at least talk to Rick. And of course, they were forced this out.
It was a cattle,
in and out, in and
a
out.
cattle call.
But we met a lot of people. Kevin and I went to the convention center that day on St. Patty's Day, and there was a lot of things going on. It was a great day, probably the best day of the year.
Yeah.
St. Patty's Day, the best day of this year. The one little sunshine that I've had this year, meeting my idol Ric Flair.
You should always, give the opportunity to meet your idol.
Meeting my idol Ric Flair, that was the most. That was great. And now if I could meet Bill Clinton and Howard Stern, I'd be doing even better.
I shook Bill Clinton's hand when he was a governor.
Okay.
And I saw him after he was president. You were there too, when he was at VCU.
I don't remember
campaigning.
that. Well, I remember,
for Obama,
but he was way.
Well, he's the ex-president. It's very hard to get close to a president.
Yeah.
You
never met Howard Stern, have you?
No, but Howard Stern is hard to meet because he doesn't make really appearances. He only does his show. And you want to know the craziest thing? He is kind of a germaphobe right now because of COVID in the last couple of years. And he doesn't.
It's like Howie Mandel.
But he's not even in the studio. It looks like he's in the studio. In fact, when Biden had an interview with Howard Stern, I'm not sure he was there. They said he's on a big screen, and he's almost like is that a hologram? Yeah. And you think he's there, but then you realize he's not there. He's at a studio in New York, in Long Island or something.
Now, Elliot in the morning. I've been listening to him a few times.
It's a local guy.
When I get, he's in
out of town people.
He's in DC. He's in D.C.
Oh, he's in D.C. Okay.
Early in the morning, works the old station that Howard Stern used to work at. I'm trying to work up something maybe that we could probably talk to this guy maybe in, I don't know.
Maybe we should be doing a show.
Maybe doing a show.
Not being on a show.
And then, well, I don't know. Perhaps maybe doing something. And then, like I said, we got XM radio. We just got XM. I got XM radio and all these shows. All these old shows and whatnot. Just imagine they got DJs on the Sirius and XM radio stations playing music. DJs playing music, kind of like the way it was and the way it used to be.
Nice.
I used to be a DJ.
You used to be a DJ.
Yeah, I used to be a DJ. You used to be a DJ. What, were you ever a DJ?
No.
Okay.
He's the youngest of
saying,
our trio,
yeah.
And I have a feeling,
DJ.
sadly. Oh, go ahead.
I DJ at the apartment, like my apartment when I have guests.
Yeah,
over.
that's all you can do.
That's what I like to do. Yeah.
Because
I like to throw it around.
Because in fact, a DJ is a live thing now. It's not a radio thing. When it was a radio thing, and I gotta tell you something. The idea that they pump in music from New York or California or Florida or somewhere or Chicago, and then no local guy actually gets your requests or anything. It's just so.
Well,
in fact, my radio is caked in spit.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah.
I've heard that so many times from you. But
but it's true.
Yeah. What was I going to say?
Something
now, what
about
I'm trying to
DJs.
do right now, I'm trying to get back into karaoke DJ, KJ. And I'm trying to get local bars that will go ahead, not just doing karaoke, not just singing karaoke, but work as a KJ and have like maybe one or two bars where I can build up people. I can get people in there and whatnot. Nigel does it. My friend Nigel does it.
Friend Amanda does.
Phil Rios used to do it and whatnot. So but it's not what it used to be, when it used to be back in the day where it was very popular.
Well,
and country music made it popular because that's how it originated from, and then it took off into other parts.
Yeah.
You ever feel like the way you partied in the 90s kind of created the future that we see now, where it's almost as if everybody is starved of all the nutrients they need through their phone, but then one guy is deified.
One guy's what?
Deified.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you feel like that was going on in parties at the 90s?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if you can
I'd
think
tell you.
about it, basically. I mean, we can go back, well,
The
of course, before
90s,
you, and then
the clothes
the
haven't
80s
changed
and the
since
70s,
the 90s. The
yeah.
cars haven't changed since the
I
90s.
was super.
I mean,
young.
the
Well, you weren't even here in the 70s.
But no, I mean the classroom. The 90s were great for me
Yeah.
because I was 9.
Yeah.
I was 9 the whole.
Well,
that was what
I was.
I graduated from Mills Godwin High School in 86. Yes, I'm 55 years old.
Wow.
I'm an old man.
I hope I look as good as you when I'm your age.
This man is 63.
What?
I'm 55.
Are you crazy?
Yeah, okay.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this smooth face.
Yeah. Smooth as a
I hold
smooth as a Brillo pad.
I hold all my muscles at will.
Smooth as a Brillo pad.
keep all the wrinkles out.
Smooth as a Brillo pad with eyes. Yes, with eyes. Like what was what Aunt Esther told Fred. What was I saying now? I just lost
Brillo
my
pad with eyes.
Yeah, there you go. Brillo pad with eyes.
Wait a minute. If I'm older than you, why are you such a father figure to me?
Oh, I don't know, man. I have no idea.
How come my father figure is younger than I am?
So, as I was saying,
George gave me a Brillo pad.
yeah. Well, you can use it up your ass, can't you? Wiping your ass with it. Okay, yeah.
Actually,
Just imagine.
Not till I'm 40.
Actually,
I was talking about
Brillo
that.
Pad. Actually, Brillo Pad was a what's the word, euphemism we used for when I was a teenager.
Racist thing.
No, it wasn't a racist thing. It was a woman's pubic hair was a Brillo Pad.
Oh, we love the pube.
The copper wool.
You remember?
I was watching a movie. I was watching
Remember?
a movie the other night with Nastasia Kinski in it, and I sort of missed the good old days.
Well, isn't it weird?
Now girls, there's no hair under. There's no more hair past their eyebrows.
Yeah. Now because we love the pube. I mean,
I do too.
we love the the pube.
Well,
You know?
really,
I kick it old
eyebrows
school.
And
are-
it's if it's shaven down there, it's it's
I
all
kick
right.
it old school.
It's
I
shaving.
like-
Isn't
Really
it weird
resonate.
that all the hair? I think God wanted us to get haircuts because this is the only one that keeps growing.
Yeah. Well, there's others that grow,
Wait, which
other
one?
places.
The top head.
Yeah.
Well, now if you're going bald, and I'm worried about that every
Well,
day.
that's when you
Look,
take
none
your
of us
pubic
are going
hair.
bald, bro.
Kevin,
In fact, I am bald. This
Yeah,
one
yeah,
hair, I just
yeah.
I keep it long, and just swirl it along,
Yeah,
and it looks
Kevin,
like I
Kevin.
just puff it up.
Kevin, now a bit. No, you take the
I'm gonna go give myself.
well,
a
you go ahead. You take the pubic hair and you put it on top of your bald, the spots where it's bald. Now, let me. These people like to say that I'm going bald. Let me show you something. I'm not going bald. You see that? I have a full crop of hair, and the ladies put their hands through my hair. There ain't no bald spot on my hair. No bald spot whatsoever. You see that?
Yeah.
So the people that think that, and these
You're like-
these detractors that say that I'm going bald,
Yeah.
I'm not going
You're
bald.
not going, but you're
I got a
you're
full
quite
crop of hair.
hirsute.
What are you doing?
Can I sit here?
Are you okay? Well,
I can't get
You're not
past
gonna
you.
sit on my lap, are you? Jesus Christ, man.
Why would I don't want your stage.
God,
I want people to actually see me now. Now that he's
I want to see you.
he's in the. Well, I mean, I was back there. I might as well have been in.
No, okay. Well, I don't know.
What was going
I'm not
on back?
sure.
There's actually like a alleyway, back,
Okay. Okay. So,
an ice machine.
ice machine go back there.
I'm gonna sit up close.
Well, I mean, just whatever.
There you go.
Okay, you're a little too close.
No, that's not too close.
All right. So anyway, what was I saying? You once again you've disturbed the concentration and the constipation.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, go ahead.
Well,
No.
then,
No, you're good.
okay.
No,
well,
you're
I mean,
good.
what are you doing? Okay, you were just sit in his lap. So, not in mine.
There's
please.
plenty of space for three.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Ow, I gotta play
No,
Twister. All right. So what was I saying? So yeah. So meeting Ric
trying to
Flair
keep my
was
distance.
great. Meeting Ric Flair was an ultimate thrill. Was great as can be. I want to get an interview, and I'm planning on getting an interview with
You
him.
should give him
Hopefully soon.
your business card.
What else did we couldn't do that, man?
Well, you could have.
No, we couldn't because they were pushing us out. Boom, boom, they're pushing us out.
I had no problem giving people my business card.
Well, not because they were pushing us out.
but I
there.
didn't want to interview them.
Well, I don't know that.
But if you want to
I'm
interview-
saying you could anyway because they were pushing us out. Their
Actually,
picture, they're
wait a
pushing us
minute.
out the door.
If I remember right, I actually gave you some of my business cards, and you wrote
Well,
on the back of
I
them.
gave them to Lex Luger.
Okay.
Lex Luger's in the wheelchair.
There you go.
Barry Windham.
That's good.
And then, of course, Arn Anderson, which,
Yeah.
and that's, we actually had the picture of Arn, like I said.
yeah.
But that was rushed as well. But,
Well, it's
No, but I mean,
well,
I understand that. But
When's the
I mean,
last time you saw Arn Anderson do anything?
no, I mean,
When's the
he's.
last time you saw Steve Urkel do anything? He was there.
Well, there's a big difference between Double A and Steve Urkel. Steve Urkel is just
Jaleel White is his name.
yeah. I don't.
He was
Steve
there.
Urkel to me is annoying.
All the cast from Star Trek is there.
Steve Urkel was
They're
a
so
character was as annoying as can be. I don't know about you, but I guess it's an annoying character. I didn't find the guy funny at all. No. Well, no, okay. So that's that. But that was a nice experience. So we got some of the female
should go
wrestlers.
next year.
We saw some of the female wrestlers too, and that was good. So it was a good experience. Experience. It was a good time had. So now that
You ever
was
go
a-
to Comic Con yourself?
No.
Now this is my my third time. And last year I met John Cleese and William Shatner. This year Ric Flair and Arn Anderson, and then the future is here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they were going to use us, but they didn't. For some reason, they decided not to. They were.
Well, actually,
They were going to use us, but then they didn't. They decided
actually,
not to. So,
the Galaxy Con or any of those things, you could always show up, and if anyone says, "Hey,
Yeah.
Gorgeous George,"
Yeah.
then I would happily give them a free autograph
Yeah.
or
Right.
pose for a free
That's
picture.
right. No doubt about
You
it.
don't have to pay for a picture with me.
Yeah.
So
I'm happy to meet all my friends.
So anyway, so it's been, this year has been kind of a mixed bag and whatnot. It's kind of been stymied, but like I said, I am so busy, and even doing a show, not even having the time to sit to get a gathering of people and either sitting down and doing a show. But are we going to go back to this? We might go back to the studio. I'm not sure. Maybe possible go back to the studio,
Hey.
but not sure about that.
We could-
Don't. No.
Okay.
I mean, we'll talk about that.
But I should be going back to the studio soon I do so many shows with Vince, with Mary Elizabeth, with Keith, and with George. And Juan, if you ever want to do a show, I'll be happy to be on your show.
Oh, cool.
Be your
Yeah,
first
I never
guest.
thought about
Yeah.
doing a show.
Be your first guest.
Yeah. Well, like I said,
I could be your last guest.
pretty much what it is, though.
I
That
can be a movie star.
we
Yeah.
can spin it all the way you want to spin it, but
You have
Kevin,
me as a guest. You don't need other guests.
yeah. Well, Kevin, look,
You have me as a guest.
Kevin,
Kid, you're going to go all the way.
Kevin, just remember though who got you in the spotlight from the very beginning.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
And back in the '90s.
Thank you,
Remember
Dad.
that. Because it wasn't, it would have been.
I feel like a Cheshire cat here.
All right. I don't
I feel like I'm on a tree branch.
know. Tree branch.
Staring at people.
Okay. We're going to put an intro in the beginning of this. We're not going to do it just yet. I have to spin it. I don't know what we're going to do. I wanted to do a song, but I can't do it because I'm coughing up, really coughing up phlegm and trying to get over this cold and whatnot. But yes, KJ. Work as a KJ. Any bars out there that see me and that know of me, you want me to work as a KJ, I'd be more than glad to. Any of these local bars here, I'd be glad to work as a KJ. It's just it. And got a lot going on, a lot of things happening, and I'm going to, I'm working on getting things together, and things will be back, and I will be back to where I was 10 years ago. 15 years ago, I'll be back, and, I have to work on a few things. I have to get things taken care of. I've got to get get the hernia taken care of. I got to get hernia, and I've got to get the arthritis taken care of too. There's laser surgery that can be done.
Wow.
And so a lot of things that can be done, and I'm working on it. So just be kind of, what
When
rest
you
I
have
can
a
get.
problem,
So,
a physical problem, a health problem, you work on it right away. Like if you get the cancer scare, work on it right away. If you have postnasal drip, work on it right away.
Okay. What about,
Meaning nip it in the bud, so
What about anal ass strip?
Well, I'll tell you something.
Okay.
If you have any sort of gastrointestinal problems, then get that fixed too.
Yeah. Well, an anal ass strip, can cause a lot of problems.
You mean like hemorrhoids? And
Well, Skid Row, Skid Row in your britches.
That's messed up, man. Taking a shit in your pants is like a robbery.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's there for the
It
taking.
ain't fair. You got to go home from work.
Yeah.
I was watching
That's why
a
it's always
movie
best to bring an extra pair.
last week about these girls that were pregnant, and when they gave birth to a baby, they said that the hospital gave the mother said, "We got some diapers. These are for your baby, and these are for you." And then she said, and then the comedian was on it, Ileana Glazer, and she said, "Yeah, I just pooped in mine." She goes, "Oh no, don't poop in your diaper. That's supposed to catch blood."
Yeah.
That's why I don't bang female comics.
Yeah.
You know the difference.
But what do we do with that
It's
blood?
called Babes. It's a pretty fun
Kevin,
movie. Yeah.
what do we do with that blood? Do we lick it?
Is
That
that
would-
something-
do we-
I don't.
Yeah, there you go.
Do we lick that blood for the minstrel?
No,
No.
I don't.
You know?
No,
Okay.
You know,
I'm actually kind of a prude when it comes to stuff like that.
Thank God.
I'm actually quite boring when it comes to
All right,
fancy.
we're gonna-
Yeah,
all right,
comes to
bring the
now.
the
If
90s
you're,
back to the
yeah,
bedroom.
if you're
Yeah.
like I said, George, you should go to the Philippines and go on their degenerate package.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I might just do
Oh,
that.
we have a whole new section in
All right.
at the resort for you.
I'm gonna wrap it up because I'm
Yeah.
kind of under the weather. One Mona Lisa, one Leaning Tower of Pisa, and only one GG.
George.
Gorgeous George, greatest George, but it's the George, gorgeous himself. All right, we will talk to you soon, and I hope you enjoy our show. What a show it was! Believe
fun.
it or not, still at it,
What's your name?
and still
Willie.
This
still
is what?
and still looking.
Kayla Czar,
And yes,
Gorgeous George.
we will still continue
Wow.
the service that we always
Kayla
provide.
Czar.
Take care.